In the Air Force, there's a saying that flexibility is the key to air power. And we just built this house, and we learned in the construction of this house that the same thing applies, that you gotta kind of make hay while the sun is shining, get your contractors when you can get them, and get the work done when you can get the work done, not necessarily at the best time for you. So the guys left a few hours ago after they formed this up. This is a 20 by 30 apron or pad for the front of our garage. And that's huge because it's really hard to get a concrete contractor that will do small jobs like this and not charge you like an arm and a leg. Like this is probably going to be $6 to $8 a square foot. But the Corbin team got in here and got this formed up, and then they told me that 2 days from now we'll have concrete at 5:30 in the morning. And if you want to see that video, up above my head at some point it's going to say click that like button. Well, if you click that like button, it'll take you to another video that I tagged with it, and that video will be them forming this up. But he called me a few minutes ago before dinner and said, hey, concrete isn't Wednesday, it's tomorrow. So tomorrow morning at 5:30, they're gonna come in here and pour this concrete, and I wanted to clean this up to make it easier for the guys to work around and also to get a leg up on the cleanup, because if you leave that there and they drive the concrete truck and everything over it, it'll just be hard to clean up that clay later. So I've got the Baumalight mini skid steer here. I've got a couple hours before dark. So let's see if we can get this cleaned up. This thing's got very touchy controls. I've never done any grading with it, but this isn't gonna be final grading. We'll come back and do that with the tractor and probably a different type of dirt. I got to do a driveway from the end of this 30-foot apron all the way to meet that white limestone back there. So I'm going to clear all this out, make a pile of stuff, and then backfill against the form boards there without knocking them loose and knocking them out of square. One thing about skid steers is they were made for grading. Now I haven't really used a skid steer too much, but they're really good at their tracks keeping the right grade, and then the bucket, it's extending that grade. So far that's holding true for this as well. If I get that bucket completely flat, I can just kind of skim it here, just pick up this extra dirt. What I don't want to do is dig it up and rut it up in here, because I got to do a lot of landscaping. I don't want to create, be quick today and create more work for myself later. Look at that, I got a pretty good pile going in just a couple of minutes. I'm a big tractor guy. I can do a lot of things with a tractor. I think without a tractor I would be, dead in the water out here in Piney Grove, but skid steers were just made for dirt moving. I could get in here and do the same thing with the tractor bucket, but the visibility, and I know this is a mini skid steer and not a full-size one, but the visibility and being able to see everything I need to see, and the longness of the bucket that gives you a nice long flat surface there for grading, just skimming right along, like 1/8 inch above. I extend that grade out there, fill the bucket, and back up. It's awesome. So if you missed the video of us putting the flake down inside the garage, the epoxy flake, check out that video. I like having nice shops. I like having nice workspace and storage space. And I've always wanted a flake flooring. And when the guys were here today, they said, Coastal Coatings, who did that for me, they said, man, they did a great job with that. Now I don't have anything to compare it to because I've never had a floor, but I love that floor. I'm not gonna lie, I will come out at night with the garage door closed and turn on the light inside the garage and just like sit on the floor and stare at it. I was a bit concerned that I was gonna mess this up because with this mini skid steer, it doesn't have as big a track and it doesn't have as big a bucket, so you're relying on a very small footprint for your level, I don't know, your site plane and everything, what you're trying to follow versus what you're trying to create. But it's been awesome. I mean, that right there is absolutely perfectly graded. So what I mean by a grading bucket is you see how long this bucket is on the bottom. So you can take that bucket and ride it along. You can see the edge that's there. Here's a little bit of dirt where this white sand is. And it just rides along there. The tracks keep it nice and level. It's a 3,400 pound machine, so it's got a lot of weight. And then it just maintains that perfectly as it goes in and gets another bite. And then if I see where it's maybe digging in too much, I just tilt the bucket up a little, and that's probably within 1/8 of an inch of being perfect. Just come in here and grab another scoop, back out. Look how nice that is. Try some back blading now. I want to get a little bit of dirt against those footer boards. I guess they're called form boards. See how this works. I don't really feel like I can use the heel of the bucket like I can a tractor. It won't go down any farther than that. It'll lift the tracks up though. It's got strong hydraulics. But I can't dig in. All I can do is back blade. I can't cut going backwards, I guess is what I'm saying. I use the tracks to bust up these dirt clods over here. That way it'll grade better. Just don't want to move these form boards because he's got it nice and square. That's only about a 4-inch trench, but you could feel it's a tipping machine because it's so small. Like right now, I'm only down 4 inches on one side, but it feels a lot worse. In one of our videos, got one of the highest views as far as a long form at like 500,000 views. I was grading around the small house on the property back there, and I was using my Kubota tractor and bucket, and I was grabbing bucketfuls of dirt and moving them around where I needed them and then back blading with it. And I felt, in my opinion, I did a good job. I feel like I got a lot of experience in that, and a lot of the comments were saying that was the total wrong tool for the job, and that I should be doing this with a skid steer, which is pushing the dirt to where I want it, rather than scooping it with a bucket and moving it one bucket at a time. They said it was very inefficient what I was doing. I'm not disagreeing with them. It was very inefficient. But the tractor just won't do that. What I just did, a tractor will tend to want to dig in. It's not a tracked machine. It's really hard to do with a tractor what I just did, which was push dirt and maintain the grade as you're pushing. A tractor tends to dig in or go up when it hits hard ground. But even this little mini skid steer did what a big skid steer would do. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but I'm just barely skimming where I did before, so I'm bringing that grade over to here. She's stuttering a little bit, but I basically have it idling. That was a pretty big push for a little 25 horsepower machine. Try and back blade with the blade at an angle like this. See how that works. Because I can see the back of the blade perfectly. But I don't think this is the best way to do it here. I think it's better if I take my blade, push it down like that, like I did before, and then back blade like that. Or you can just play in the dirt. Here, you can scoop that dirt up and put on this pile. That's just like the tractor, up, down, left, right, right? And then this is forward, backwards. And then this, if you want to go right, it's a joystick, just like that. So just when you look forward, push this down and go forward. She said she wanted to play with it. I'm perfectly fine with that. I got the big section done here, so if I have to do the rest in the dark under lights, that's fine too. But she's been on all of our equipment. I guess she got on this once when we first got it. We've had it several months now. But I guess she hasn't been on it since then. I've been doing a lot of forestry mulching with it. As long as you're on flat ground like this, it's very user-friendly. And when you get it, it's very tippy though, so if you get it in any kind of uneven ground, then it'll give you a ride, that's for sure. She got a full bucket. And give her a little bit more gas. I already put her to the next level, right? Took her off amateur and put her on amateur 2. Revved it up a little bit. Yeah. She likes it. Give me a thumbs up. We get asked the question all the time, why do we YouTube? You know, why are we out here sweating, showing off machinery and stuff like that? And I will say that because of YouTube and because of our great sponsors, Baumalight, Summit Tractors, all the sponsors we have, we get a lot of very unique, interesting, fun to use equipment. And I think as a couple, it's made us closer, because if we just had the tractor that we had before we started doing YouTube, she's done a little tractor work, but that's all she had exposure to. We never would have had one of these. I don't see when we ever would have rented one, but we do have a need for one. I just think I would have found a way to get this work done with a tractor. But by having it, we're out here together. We already had dinner tonight, and she walked Bella for about probably a couple miles, but we're out here having quality time together. She's having fun on the machine. I'm filming it. We're sharing it with you. And that's really rewarding. It's really a rewarding part of YouTube, and it's because of y'all why we keep doing it. I mean, yeah, it's nice to get nice equipment and all that stuff, but we like sharing it. We're older than like most YouTubers, but we're doing a lot of things ourselves, and we're learning, and we're showing our mistakes, and we're showing our successes, and we just hope that inspires others. And once you start doing it and you start getting feedback that people are, you know, seeing what you're doing and they're inspired, it's kind of builds its own momentum, and we just enjoy doing it. Meanwhile, behind me, Deb's digging a little pond over here. Doesn't matter at all. Like I just said, it's fun. You know, I've known her for 20 years, so I know her expressions, and I know when she's happy. I know when she's having fun, and when she's stressed out versus, you know, like just doing it because I ask her to do it, and she's having fun. I can see she doesn't like belly laugh or anything unless she screws up, but she's thinking. I see her mind working. I see her facial expressions, and I bet what she's thinking right now is, how can I get my bucket completely full?
This is fun, and I know I'm making a mess with it, but it's still fun. It would take some getting used to, even though I'm making a mess with it, and I obviously would need a lot of practice. It's not intimidating. I like that it's not intimidating. And maybe it's not intimidating because it's a pile of dirt that doesn't matter, but it's fun. And I do things backwards, and I don't get full buckets, but it's still fun. Look at that. I do like equipment. I'm telling you women, if your man has equipment, go play with it. I'm not sure how that sounded, but you know what I mean.
This is a family show. Don't be telling women to go play with their husband's equipment. Back on your head.
The men might disagree with you. And there she goes. Look at that. Just fun. Probably driving all the men watching this crazy. Like, oh my gosh, get her off of that. She's driving us crazy. But you gotta learn somehow.
See, it'll push more if it's going perfectly straight forward.
Oh, okay. I wasn't going straight forward. It's just so fun. It's so fun. I should probably give Brad his machine back. Probably driving him crazy. I'm gonna do one more. Then I'll give him his machine back. Okay, let's try this. There she goes. It is groaning. There we go. I never know how far I can push it. Because I feel like I don't get big enough buckets. But I guess you don't have to be a genius to figure out when it's yelling at you, it's time to stop, huh? Whew. Okay, I'm gonna give it back to Brad. That was fun though. It's little, but it's powerful. And it's not intimidating. Even though it's powerful, it's not intimidating. It's been a while since I've used a tractor too, so as far as a tractor bucket. So I'm awkward anyway, and I'm even more awkward when I haven't used it for a while, but it's a nifty little, I need to quit calling it little, because just because it's small, it's just powerful. That's how you do it. Which is nothing like how I did it. Oh, there's a difference. There's a difference being born and raised on equipment and not. But how about this this driveway that we're getting? I'm excited. I'm excited to get this done, and I'm excited that soon maybe we won't be tracking as much dirt into the house. We'll see. I still live with Brad and Bella, so there'll still be dirt, but so now let's see how long it takes for us to get gravel down the rest of that. We were talking at dinner that it's been so long since we've put vehicles in the garage, which we always did. It's been since we retired. It'd be kind of weird having a garage again that we actually use. I probably made his job harder for him by making that such a mess. So I appreciate him letting me try it. It kind of looked like a Tonka toy, doesn't it? I mean a man's Tonka toy, but still Tonka toy-ish. Look, Brad and the sunset. That's kind of cool. He said, don't tell Otis he did this. I think Otis is going to know tomorrow when he shows up. Although at 5:30 it'll be dark, so maybe not.
Okay guys, I got a little bit more to do, but the sun's fading and that means you're gonna have a poor quality video. We made a lot of progress with it. Deb got some time on the machine, and like I said earlier in the video, that's what's important. We're out here, we're having fun, doing a little bit of do-it-yourself. Some things we need a lot of help with though. So that's gonna wrap it up. So until next time, remember, life's short.
Be kind.
She said be kind, tractor hard, and check out these two videos right here. Deb says they're totally cool.